Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team with Goodwood F1 Racing. Tonight we are heading to Baku for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Feels weird being here at Baku this late in the season. So used to this being round 4. As it has been for the last several years. And now here we are at round 17. We're heading to Baku. Obviously, the reworked calendar to try and group races more geographically close to each other in effect this season. And I think they will continue to tweak it over the next couple of years as well. So, yeah, strange, but here we are, ready and waiting. It is the day of the Grand Prix. So let's just see what is going on. We have, yes, these markings are because we have expiring contracts. Really want to try and re-sign Porsche today if we can, but he is still not wanting to talk to us. No patience for negotiation. And like I said, a couple of races ago, him going to Sauber was a done deal. So I didn't even think about trying to renew him because he'd already signed a contract to go to Sauber. That must have just been reset with the patch. So, yeah, if we can get him and then replace Lawson with Antonelli, that might be one way to go. We could potentially even keep Lawson as well. Let's take a quick look at Lawson. Again, we can't do anything today because occupied with a race weekend, but... he's still in contract anyway. Look, his contract still has 2 years remaining. So this has changed as well because he was also out of contract at the end of this season. Okay, that's very strange. But we don't have to worry about one of our drivers. So if we can keep hold of Porsche, then assuming that Antonelli does sign for us, we can get rid of Evelyn and still have an affiliate and a really high-grade affiliate for a couple of seasons down the line as well. So we're waiting to see if Antonelli will accept our contract. And if we can't, for whatever reason, can't hang on to Porsche, which is a possibility because he's had a couple of big offers and he might accept them before he'll talk to us again, we've always got the potential of putting Antonelli in that seat instead. So let's see how things go. How you doing, Mr. Water? How you doing, Army? Good to see you guys. Dino, you're here as well. Welcome. Let's have a quick look at our car. We have got new bits on the way. I did actually get a message asked, why am I building more chassis if I've started working on a new chassis as well? Well, a couple of reasons. One, I need spares. Because we haven't got any left. They've all been destroyed. And with the time it's going to take for those chassis to go through the design process and then to build them and make sure we have at least 2, maybe even 3 before we put them on the car, I'm going to need to have those spares because the ones we got probably won't last long enough. You can see this one here is going to break probably after this race. So I need another one just to replace that chassis. And then we look at the other car. That one's pretty new. That's brand new on the car. But like I said, we've got 2 more coming. One of them is going to be replacing this one, which is about to go. And then the other one is going to be our spare until we can get through to those new ones. So that's why I'm building Mark II chassis while designing a Mark III chassis at the same time. A lot of parts could potentially go after this Grand Prix on Porsche's car. Just a couple of parts here that could go. We are at risk with the side pod, but we do have a couple that we can roll back to. We don't really want to do that, though. You can see how much speed we will lose just rolling back to that previous spec. It's quite a lot. It's quite a lot indeed. Car part development. I am not building side pods at the moment. So in 5 days' time, we need to start working on some side pods. Getting some spares of those up and running. our car is ranked 21st overall. We've got decent speeds. We've got decent medium and decent high-speed performance, but the real killer app for this race is low speed, and that is not what we need, what we have, unfortunately. Let's take a quick look at the rest of the cars on the grid, because we haven't done this for a while. Let's start with the championship leaders, Red Bull. They do not have the very best car. Oh, no, they do. Perez's car is slightly better than Max's. So it's slightly quicker, but slightly less DRS. So there's a difference in spec between the two cars here. If we go back to car 1, you can see it basically inverts those rounds. So where Max is second, Checo's first, and where Checo is second, Max is first, until you get down to like the components bit at the bottom. So the Red Bull, mighty looking car, and 3 kilometers an hour quicker than we are. It's no wonder they just breezed past us on the straight. Look at the difference in acceleration value as well, that's enormous. And their DRS value is nearly twice that of ours right now. This is just how much difference there is between our car, which is pootling around at the back of the grid, compared to the front-running car. It is mighty. Let's take a look at McLaren. They have not great acceleration, but they do have good speed, good DRS. They're going to be very quick in the low speed as well. So they are definitely going to be a threat to Red Bull tonight, but it looks as though if Max gets a good qualifying, he could and probably will just run off with this race again. It's not hard to see why Max has dominated this season, looking at that car. Ferrari are 5th in speed. They've got really good DRS. That will certainly help them here. They have got good low speed, excellent low speed performance as well, and they're best in tyre preservation. So expect Ferrari to be quite competitive tonight as well. And then we've got that gap back to Mercedes, and it is quite a bit of a gap. Their weakest part of downforce is the low speed, which goes against what they need. Acceleration's not great either, so that double whammy there is really going to hurt them tonight. Alpine is a bit of a mess. In fact, we're actually quicker than Alpine, better acceleration. They're only slightly better than us in the low speed. We are a little bit better than them in the medium, a little bit better in the high speed, but they are way ahead of us in the dirty air. So we could be mixing it up with Alpine tonight, possibly. Williams are definitely better than us pretty much everywhere on the car. The only exception to that really is the high speed, which doesn't really come into this Grand Prix. So Williams are going to be tricky. Haas, we might be able to mix it up with Haas. Their car is actually the slowest on the grid right now in terms of top speed. Although their acceleration is definitely better than us. We have the better DRS as well. They have the better low speed performance. Wow, look at their tyre preservation. It's less than 30%. That is quite shocking to be that low. So we should be able to mix it up with Haas quite comfortably tonight. RB are definitely out of our reach. Sauber, again, we should be able to mix it up with these guys. We are just a little bit... Oh no, we're nearly 2 kilometers an hour quicker than Sauber. Wow. And they are quicker than Haas. So we have them beat in all areas of downforce, which is nice, although they have better dirty air performance than us. But they do have much better acceleration and 5% DRS better than us. So, yeah, we should be able to mix it up with them. Aston, similar to Mercedes, they're going to be way too far ahead of us, I think. And then there is us. So, just check the cars are the same. Yes, they are. All right, let's set some targets then, based on what we know. I think we can definitely get 18th or higher with Porsche. And I think I can possibly do it with Lawson as well. Give it a go. I'm going to be a little bold tonight. How you doing, Rook? Good to see you.
Greetings from Azerbaijan, where we're back in the country's capital. The spectacular Baku city circuit will take drivers right through the city streets, from the narrow roads of the old town to the wide highway alongside the Caspian Sea, where cars will be fighting wheel to wheel this weekend. Okay then, let's get to it.
Okay then. Right, we'll start off as we always do by stripping out the good stuff. Go. I am going to use that gearbox for this session just to get that last little bit of life out of it. Baku, I remember being 15 laps. Assuming that hasn't changed. Setup. It's a very low downforce setup. That much I do remember. I don't remember anything of the bottom bits. I think it might be in that sort of skew. I'll go with a 3.7 on this one, and we'll go with a 7.3 on the other one. Again, it's been a while. Right, car parts for Lawson. There we go. And gearbox. Still get some out of that. Let's go with a 2.5, a 10. Let's go with a 7.3. And then I'll bring this one down and push that one up. So we've gone the opposite direction, and we'll get a good baseline on where the sliders need to be across the pair of cars. Hopefully. All right, let's send them on.
Green.
Radio check.
Okay, copy.
Evening, Mike.
Copy.
Radio check.
Right, let's do a helicopter lap around Baku.
Yeah, copy.
Copy.
You can see just how thin the barrier is that separates the two parts of the track there. It is literally one piece of road with just a thin barrier separating the directional flow there. First time we really get to see that kind of shot. I mean, we've known about it for years, but it's the first time we really get to see it in the game. And there we go. There is a lap of Baku with the helicopter.
fully ready, okay?
Nope. Iwasa has crashed.
Right, we're taking the second corner.
Oh, into the
The
barrier
car
at turn
makes
2.
contact, and
Yeah,
that
that's
won't do
bad.
their confidence any good.
That was his first flying lap as well.
Car is off track. There's debris.
Oh, excuse me, the first lap of his run. So he literally just come out the pits, I think. Crossed the line to start the lap and then crashed at the second corner. Ripped off half that wing, so expect him to go straight back into the pits. Oh no, he's staying out. Okay. He's staying out and he's quicker than us. Feedback is ticking along. Lawson will drop first. Oh shit, are they back in the... Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong person. Iwasa's in the pits now. There we go. %68%. Okay, definitely room for improvement. Luckily, we don't have to cram it all into this first practice session because Baku is no longer a sprint race. Only 45 for Porsche. So a lot of work needed on both cars.
Copy,
We
mate.
kind of expect that, but I don't think we'd be that far off. Oh, we've got a VSC. Please don't be one of mine. It's not. May as well call them in. Crash for Joe.
Let's have a look at the action. It's all at the final corner.
That's a really weird place
Oh,
to
and a
crash.
fairly
Oh,
substantial
wow.
crash
He,
there. And
he
you've got
went
to
through
think
the
that this
the
has made
barrier.
their
I have
weekend
never
a
seen
whole
anybody
lot
crash
harder.
like that on this game before. The crash on the inside corner.
And you can
I've
just
seen them
feel
maybe clip the wall on the
frustration from
outside
team washing
where
on the
Joe just went
monitors.
straight through it, but I've never seen anyone clip it on the inside first. I'm not surprised he retired. That was a first. Right, let's go all the way up to a 9-1. Let's bring that up a bit more. Drop that down. Let's go with a 3. Let's try dropping that down to a 0.75. And push that up like that. I want to get a bit more movement on the rear wing. There we go. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll try that, see how that works. All right, so that needs to go. Going to go there. I'm not going to change the front wing yet because we need to change the camber. That needs to come right down. That might actually stay as a 3.7. Push the toe up as well. Let's give that a go. Gabriel Bortoletto with a mechanical fault in one of the McLarens. Award has damage in the other one. Damaged engine, I'm guessing. We are back up and running. Well, Dino Beganovic getting a spell in the Ferrari as well as Ollie Behrman. So neither Sainz or Leclerc in the car. Oliver Goethe is also in the car for Red Bull tonight. That's another F3 driver in there. And surprisingly, Chloe Chambers is not in the car tonight. She's had a lot of track time this season, though. Antonelli is in the car for Mercedes. Hopefully he'll be in one of our cars in some shape, form or fashion next season. And there we go, improved up to 89%. Still some work to do. I thought there probably would be, but that's definitely a big improvement and a nice step in the right direction there. See what we get with Lawson. 90%, so very close there as well. A little bit of refinement needed. We've got plenty of time for that. Right, let's change that gearbox because it won't last another session. There we go. That might not be enough. That might be a bit too much. Let me try doing that instead. What do we need here? That needs to go back to there. Let's drop that down to a 1. Let's drop that down. There we go. Try that. And out we go for session 2.
Green, green.
And this time it's Porsche who's significantly quicker with a much healthier gearbox in the car.
Now is that Yuki Tsunoda?
It is Yuki Tsunoda. Yuki doing Yuki things.
Yeah.
He's still out there as well. Bottas's fault's getting worse. I want to have a quick look at Bottas's car because I want to see if he changes components. I've got a theory that the AI might now be putting practice parts in. That gearbox has already been devolving from the first session. It's now devolving even further. Let's see what gets changed out when we get to qualifying. Someone please remind me because I will forget to check. Oh, so close. 97%. We'll let him keep running. What about Lawson?
Yeah, copy.
90. Oh, he needs to come in again. Another VSC. Someone else has crashed. That's Valtteri. Oh, well, that might be it then. Oh, has he done the same as Joe? He has. Oh, my word.
Car in the wall.
And clearly then, not what everyone in the garage would have wanted to see.
Then my video from last night could not be watched. That's weird. Let's see if I can load it on my phone. When did you try and watch it? Yeah, it's playing fine. Might just been your internet. It's working. Okay, so that needs to come back this way. That needs to go that way a bit more. Hopefully that'll be it.
DSG ending.
Copy.
Evening, Clark. So my guess is now that Bottas is going to have to switch out a lot of that car. Joe's had to put brand new everything in his car. And my guess is that Bottas may well have to do the same now for the final practice. Oh, okay. That is very, very tight. It's got to go that way so I can bring that back down. Hopefully that won't break the traction. If it does, then we'll have to readdress it by changing the wing instead of the camber. That'll be our setup run for FP3. Oh, your power inverter broke. That's not good. We should just about squeeze this feedback in from Lawson here. Will be tight. Ah, there we go, and we nailed it. Beautiful stuff. So we just need a short run with Lawson to top up his track knowledge. We do still need to finalise Porsche's setup. Soft tyres are the order of the day. 15 laps. And we'll just go with 12 laps of fuel. Much fuel we'll need, I hope. How did the race end yesterday? Pretty well. P12, I think it was, with Porsche, our best result of the season. I forget where Lawson finished, but we can check after the Grand Prix. I was at P17. I knew it was enough. Yeah, I think you might be right actually with P17. I knew it was enough to get him the reward. I mean, I lowballed it and said 20th. I should have said 18th. But yeah, best result of the season for Porsche with 12, I believe. There we go, that is Lawson up to 100%. Just waiting on that last bit of feedback for Porsche. Oh, hot for me. 97. Damn it. It is the front wing. Ah, okay. So now I need to figure out whether I need to go up or down. Let's try another run. And if it's not right, then it has to be the other way, and it's an easy fix. But this will confirm it one way or the other. You think I'll get points by the end of the season? Maybe, because we came into a bit of money last night. I titled the stream, "Money Doesn't Grow on Trees," and then at the end of it, we suddenly had a fair bit of money. It just grew on a tree somewhere and dropped in our lap. So, we've got some more parts in development now. Got another chassis and what else was it? Was it a front wing that we worked on? Or was it an under... I can't remember what the other part was. Might have been a rear wing, actually, and just with all the hours on it, and then we got to do the new chassis on top of that as well. Or maybe it was a side pod. Oh, and it was an underfloor with all the hours on it. Okay. I'm still not entirely sure if the finances are fixed with the update. I did China with my Brabham file earlier today, and that was the first sprint race of the season. And I qualified high enough. Well, I finished high enough in both the sprint and the race to meet the sponsor goal targets that I put in, but I didn't get any additional payment for doing it in both. So I still don't know if that is dependent on getting the right finish in both the sprint and the Grand Prix yet. What I'll probably do is deliberately sabotage my my file and then just reload it at Miami just to see if the payout is dependent on both. Because it still isn't very clear on that one. Right, last couple of laps. Give me that feedback. I need to know.
Copy.
You happy with the car?
So we did go the wrong way. Okay. At least I know I can fix that.
Okay, mate.
I know how to fix that.
There's tension in the air today, so it must be time for qualifying.
Drivers will have to be at the top of their game here in Baku, as mistakes can prove costly on a street circuit like this. But having tackled the twisting turns, the long main straight awaits, providing a fantastic opportunity for the slipstream.
We can see the Ferrari driver there, Karun. How do you think they're going to be feeling?
He's not a
heading into
Ferrari driver. Oh
qualifying?
my god.
We saw some
It
disappointing
said that
lap times from them in practice.
Porsche's driving
It
for
could be
Sauber.
that
It said
the
he's
team were
driving for
experimenting with
Alpine.
the car, but the
We've been
pressure's
told that
now
we're
on
driving
them
for
to deliver.
RB, and now we're driving for Ferrari.
So here we are, ready to resume.
There's definitely some commentary bugs that need to be fixed. Could we just collectively agree that Crofty is a commentary bug and just get rid of Crofty? Right, so that's the setup there. So that needs to go up one. And then that needs to go back. That's it. That's the only change that we should need to make. I'm a little concerned about the straights value, but everything else should be spot on. It is do or die. You don't like Ted that much. No, I'm not a Ted Kravitz fan. I mean, he's all right. He's less annoying than Crofty. He's a lot less annoying than Will Buxton. Right, we are ready. Let's send them onto the track for qualifying.
Green.
Even though you changed the player suits to match the team colours, the team is wearing the McLaren colours. Did you apply changes to the design? No, did you just save it and then not apply changes in the editor? Because I've seen that happen before, where you think you've saved something and then all you've done is you think you've applied something, but you've only saved it. And I've also done the other thing where I thought I've saved it, but all I did was just apply it and it didn't save. I've got a few out already. Leclerc's out, Verstappen's out, both Mercedes are out, and Ocon coming out as well. Oh, god damn it, Lawson.
Oh dear, a crash! There's been a crash!
Fucking warm-up lap. Jesus. At least it's only the front wing, but... do I even have a spare front wing?
Temperature's looking
I
stable.
hope I have a spare front wing, or else that's going to be horrendously expensive.
And push. I've got your mirrors, not sure who's pushing, who's not.
I do. Thank God. I couldn't remember if I hadn't made the spares or not. I have got spares. Thank God for that. Right, what did I do to the tyres? They're at 91%. Well, they'll just have to do. And this is where my low car building stats comes into play as we change that front wing. Sticking with Porsche. So the Ferrari of Leclerc has just gone fastest in the first sector. No surprise there, it was never going to be us all the way through. .144.3. I have no idea how far off the pace that is. We will find out soon because Leclerc is about to start the final sector. And we pop out behind Piastri and in front of Sainz with Lawson there. Oh wow, look at that. Porsche is only 19,000 slower than Hamilton. Is that a good lap for us or a slow lap for Hamilton? That's a good lap for us. Look at that, we're less than a second off Leclerc right now. Wow. I did not see... oh no, wait, there we go. Max has gone through. That's more like it.
Got your mirrors.
Right, I remember you talking about this last night, Truck, and I was getting a bit confused, but I think I know what you mean now. You chose the technical breakthrough option, is that right? And that's technically not Mercedes, that was Brawn. Based on Brawn GP. Mercedes bought Brawn at the end of that season. That's why I was confused, because you were saying that you were playing as the 11th team, but as Mercedes AMG, and I'm like, well, no, that makes no sense.
Between.
Stop in our box. We're gonna stop in our box.
We've stayed close to the back of Piastri here. Can we stay close on the flying lap? We'll certainly stay close on the straight. We're close enough to get a little bit of a tow, but we're going to lose him in the infield, I think. Or is that Sainz in front of me? No, there's Sainz back there. There's Sainz. Oh, that was close. Yeah, I can understand why he's not happy about that. That was ridiculous there from Magnussen. Of course it was Magnussen. And we have lost the back of Piastri as a result of that. Forecast. Right, what do we end up? 14th. Oh wow, that's a long way off. Oh, his confidence was destroyed by crashing, that's why. I didn't even think to check that. Right, I've only got time for one more run, really. Gonna have another run on the same tyres for Teo. But we are going to go with a new set for Lawson. Alright, Truck has to drive, but he's listening. So everybody shout in the chat for Trucker so he can hear you. Right, we're going to get our run out of the way now while it's a little quiet. I'm just going to let Sargent go through. There we go. And we'll get Lawson out. I was hoping to get him behind Porsche, but he's going out behind Gasly instead. That might actually be a little better for us.
Copy.
Hamilton behind is on an in lap. That looks like Alonso on an out lap right behind us though. So we may well have Alonso bearing down on us. Lawson currently in 21st, needs a big improvement on this lap. Porsche still going through at the moment in 13th. Is that Gasly? It is. Yeah, he's actually pulled away from Lawson, which is a little frustrating. Confidence has rebounded up to medium. And I'm going to have to push him a little early, I think. Just to make sure I don't get dropped.
Try to pick up a bit more pace.
I think I might be a little bit too slow on that. All right. Oh no, we are close enough. We're going to get a tow. I think Porsche has got enough of a gap to not give one to Gasly. It's tight. It's very tight. First sector split is an improvement for Porsche and an improvement for Lawson. 35.7 for Porsche, 36.1 for Lawson. Still nursing that low confidence. Well, medium confidence. Should be a strong end to the lap though. I hope. Ooh, traffic holding up Gasly. .41.5 versus a 41.8. Again, down a few tenths, but we are now right on the gearbox of Gasly for the final sector. And we are closing rapidly now. Look at that slipstream. And with our higher top speed, we might actually beat him across the line here. 26.1 purple in the final sector. And that has put Lawson up into 15th. Porsche is currently 11th. Minute and a half of the session to go. Can we hang on? Sargent is done. He's back in the pits. So he's at risk in 16th. Hulkenberg on a flying lap, approaching the line or starting a flying lap. It could be either. Where's Valtteri? Valtteri's just started his lap. Here comes Hulkenberg up to the line. Is this to end? It is. And he jumps up into 10th. That knocks out Sargent. Lawson now in 16th place. There are 3 cars below that could improve. One of them's Magnussen. One of them's Bottas, the other one is Zhou. It's going to be Magnussen across the line first. I think Lawson's going to get knocked out here. Oh no, Magnussen's starting his lap. Okay, so Valtteri's going to be crossing the line soon. Joe's ahead of him on track though, so it'll be Joe next, then Valtteri, then Magnussen to determine whether or not we can get through. And it's entirely possible that both cars could get knocked out here if all three of them can improve enough.
Stop on the mark.
Right, here comes Joe. Joe only improves up to 21st, so he is out. Bottas improves up to 18th, he's out. Can Magnussen find what he needs? We are half a second ahead of him at the moment. He crosses the middle split. He hasn't improved so far in the first or middle sectors. Williams gets out of the way. He's under pressure from Max. That might cause a problem for him as well. Hopefully he will not get through. Chance to get both of our cars into Q2 here. Max is going to get him across the line. Not that it makes a difference. And Magnussen is out. As Verstappen found another 0.4 of a second. Thanks to that slipstream there. Went purple in the last two stages of the lap. But we've got both cars through. We are into Q2. Porsche finishing 14th, Lawson 16th. Eliminated is Sargent in 17th. Bottas in 18th with a penalty. Magnussen 19th. Ocon 20th. Joe 21st with a penalty. And then Gasly in 22nd. So it looks like it's a double back row for Sauber tonight. Right, second session. These times will not be good enough. Especially with the traffic. Lawson getting a nice little slipstream there at 1:44.2.
Copy. Copy. Pit lane.
I don't have time for two separate runs,
Stop on the mark.
nor do I really have the tyres for two separate runs. Try and go out early. Hope we don't get caught up in some traffic. And see if we can get a slipstream here off the back of Stroll.
Hold your tires.
Copy. Copy that.
we go.
Tire temps and pressure is looking good.
The Haas just leaving the garage. That's Hulkenberg. Almost everyone else is already out on track. I think Ricciardo's still in the pits and Leclerc's still in the pits. The Red Bulls are as well. Based on the strength of qualifying, though, I think I made the right choice to go 18th with both drivers. We have improved in the first sector. Not really much point comparing split times against each other because they're not running in clean air. Lawson's getting a monster slipstream. We've missed out on the opportunity to get us a toe off the back of Stroll. Unfortunately, he's just a little bit too quick for us through the middle. Alright, coming up to the line. Let's see what our times are going to be. Stroll improves up to 10th. Porsche improves his time, stays 16th. Lawson doesn't improve, stays 15th.
Copy.
So that's it. Out in 15th and 16th. That's not a bad starting spot, really. I didn't think we would get any higher than that, to be honest. Right, who is going to get knocked out? At the moment, both of the Astons are out. Hulkenberg, the last car, to see if he can get through at the expense of George Russell. This is a hell of an ask. Needs to find about half a second. At the moment, it's Alonso and Stroll out with Albon, Lawson and Porsche. And the final car to get knocked out is Hulkenberg. He managed to improve above Albon and only Albon, so he's out in 13th. So, top 10 is Sainz, Verstappen, Piastri, Norris, Leclerc, Perez, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, and Russell. And let's see who put it on pole. Oh, Ricciardo has a penalty as well. It is Max. No surprise there. On pole position. Perez just behind him. Those two 0.3 of a second quicker than Sainz in third.
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway.
Baku has been the scene for some major on-track battles, like Vettel and Hamilton fighting for the lead back in 2017. Will we see more drama this year, I wonder?
Drivers will be battling it out on the streets of the Baku city circuit, a real contradiction of a track. From the long main straight, where the less drag the better, to the tight turns where downforce is a necessity. Teams are going to have to work hard to get that balance right. It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
All right, well, we did nail the setup. That was the important thing. Let's have a look at strategy. I wonder if we could look at a one-stop, or at least a very aggressive two-stop. It's the quickest strategy, the two-stop, as is. Let's look at really pushing the mediums. Really pushing them. Get off them nice and early. We go lap 15 with Porsche, we'll go lap 14 with Lawson. And that will still give us some wiggle room on the softs as well. There we go. So, as for fuel, we're definitely getting laps. I'm going to take 2 laps of fuel out. And we are going to go aggressive off the line. All right, strategies are set. Let's send them to the grid for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. You and I won't be the only ones keeping an eye on Oscar Piastri, Karoo.
Starting P5 gives them a great position off the line. If they manage the race right, well, it could get even better.
Here we go. It's time to go racing. This is what you've been waiting for. It's the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
All right, 14th and 15th. It looks like we got promoted up because of Ricciardo's penalty. As he slots between our 2 cars. And takes that place back, but we have the inside. We're going to go 3 wide through turn 2 there. Oh, that was risky. Porsche back into 14th. Ricciardo still in front of Lawson. Oh, and that's a lunge from Sargent there. We're still in position. And we can just about hold Sargent off for now. Or can we? We're giving up grip because we're on mediums and almost everybody around us is on softs. But that will work to our advantage later. I hope. And we have held off Sargent. Excellent stuff. So, let's check the confidence levels. Just below starting level for Lawson. Just below Porsche as well. Thanks to Ricciardo's heroics there. Oh, there we go.
Copy.
DRS enable, DRS enable.
Porsche with a look at the inside of Hulkenberg into turn 1. Can we get that move done?
22 second lap.
No, we can't, which is good because that means we should get the DRS now on turn 2 without Hulkenberg getting it. And we do.
Don't worry.
Up the inside into turn 3. And we are through up to 13th place. Lawson has dropped off the back.
Good job.
I know, Lawson was trying to get past Ricciardo. Ricciardo's dropped off the back of Hulkenberg. So we stay 16th with Lawson.
I could do it.
We're still in a decent position here. Back to Porsche. And we're now back on range of Albon, who himself is starting to drift a little bit. Can we hang with him? Lawson has now dropped off the back of Ricciardo slightly. Right, Lawson couldn't get back in range, so he is going to be vulnerable to Sargent. Porsche, though, might have a chance to get past Albon. Probably into turn 3 again. The DRS is open. See Sargent in the background having a look. Dives up the inside, gets the move done into turn 1. We should hopefully be able to retake the position out of turn 2 into turn 3. There we go. A lot of position changes going on. We couldn't stay with Albon. Albon pushed. And we've got a fault developed for Ocon. Didn't get past Sargent either.
Well, yeah, right. It's certainly...
And again, it is tell us what the fault is. Don't need that rubbish from Crofty. Unless there's physically smoke or fire coming out the back of the car, those little Crofty voiceovers tell us nothing. Pointless. Much better to have the driver audio. Both of our drivers are going to be vulnerable on this lap to DRS. So we might not even get to the DRS line. There we go. Bottas punches his way through as we end sector 2. This does mean we'll get it on the back straight though. So at the very least we'll stay with Bottas as he pushes onto the back of Sargent. Alright, we box out Hulkenberg and Ricciardo gets him instead. So, still in 13th, but under pressure. Hulkenberg has made the move. Can we stay alongside? We can. Now can we get back in front? Not yet. Still side by side as we approach the castle, and now we tuck in behind Hulkenberg. Let's take a look at tyre wear. So Hulkenberg is pushing his tyres just as hard as us. I can argue everyone's pushing their mediums pretty hard, with the exception of maybe Stroll, maybe Sainz, pushing them a step lower. Lawson might be at risk again. He is. Damn it. Gonna knock him into low confidence.
Okay.
we actually managed to hold off Magnussen there, and we got back in DRS range. Very nice. And immediately we're on the attack on Sargent. Up the inside and get the move done into turn 3. Very nice.
Copy.
Trying, if I can, to get back onto Albon. Run out of battery before the end of the lap, I think.
Copy.
Yeah. Couldn't quite make it. Well, actually, it's not over yet. If I can get a clean enough exit from this penultimate corner here, the end of the sector. Just maybe. I've broken away from Hulkenberg. Can I stay ahead before the line, though? That's the question. And I did manage to get onto
Copy.
Bottas, or stay with Bottas.
Copy.
Yeah, just couldn't get close enough with Porsche. And you can see how quickly Hulkenberg's closing in.
Copy, copy. Copy.
So far, so good. 5 laps down, and we are still holding on to 13th and 16th, although we're about to drop down to 14th and 17th.
Yellow brakes. Head down.
Copy. Copy, copy. Copy.
Come on, stay close enough. Stay close enough. Please. Magnussen's got a fault. He's down in 20th. Doesn't really help us at this stage. Porsche is going to get dropped again. Damn it. Right, well, I need to save up some battery. Same with Lawson. He's about to get jumped as well.
Okay, copy.
Oh, wow. I'm actually going to defend into turn 1 there. That was unexpected. Not into turn 2, though.
Copy that.
Alright, confidence check. Not ideal. About halfway to our pit stops now. Target lap is end of lap 14 for Lawson, end of lap 15 for Porsche. Porsche now coming under pressure from Valtteri.
Copy.
Stay ahead of him.
Copy, copy.
He's going to get the DRS. Those soft tyres of his will give him a lot of grip as well. Not enough there, though, to get the move done.
Copy. Yeah, copy that.
Come on, stay ahead, stay ahead.
Copy.
There you go.
Copy. Copy. Copy.
Almost looked like we got pushed into the wall then.
Come on.
Porsche has now been overtaken by Valtteri, but we've got a nice little bit of battery into him now. Let's give the chat a reload, see if it's hiding messages again. Nope, everyone's present and accounted for tonight.
Copy.
Evening, Mystic. How are you tonight?
Copy that. Copy, copy.
Good job.
Pit window opens up next lap for Lawson. Oh, broke your foot. Ouch.
Copy.
or a twig, so you can itch your foot in your cast. Or are you in a boot? Right, there's a risk Bottas might get back in range. I think we've held him off. Perez into the pits. Wow, he didn't go very long at all, and he's gone on to another set of softs. So the soft runners are going to start boxing soon, potentially. Oh yeah, look at Magnussen's tyres, and Valtteri's tyres for that matter. Oh wait, Valtteri did get the DRS. How? As Magnussen's fault gets worse. So Bottas did go all new everything for his car. I thought he would. Magnussen, it's a gearbox issue that's already escalated up quite quickly. Ocon has been pushing. Oh, you're in a boot.
Struggling a little bit with the fronts.
Now Norris develops a fault.
I've lost power.
Sounds like an engine issue. Max into the pits. He's gone on to a set of mediums. Is Magnussen out, or has he just been overtaken? No, he's just been overtaken. Yeah, his tyres are almost dead now. I expect him to box this lap. Albon boxes from in front of us. And Valtteri boxes as well.
You ready?
Okay, copy.
Oh, wow, a few cars box. Ocon and Sainz both in as well.
Oh no, that's a slow pit stop there.
Oh, what a shame. Ocon's had an issue in the pits. My heart is bleeding. Front left did not want to come off. I might box Porsche at the end of this lap, actually. Try and get an undercut.
Copy. Copy that.
Okay, box.
Copy, box.
We'll go one more lap with Lawson. His tyre wear is a little bit harder. So we can just ease the amount of extra life, the amount of extra work we have to put into those softs by a lap. Compared to Teo. No, Huckenberg's box anyway.
Pit lane.
Oh, shit. I should have stayed out then. Well, never mind. It's too late now. He gets held waiting for us, and that's a 2.4. Wow, that's a good stop. Right, Lawson is closing in on us. Not Lawson, sorry, Gasly is closing in on Lawson.
Copy.
And now Ocon has a fault. Oh, poor Ocon.
Yeah, I don't have power now.
You can feel the genuine remorse for him there, can't you? I suppose I better actually call Lawson into the pits. Might help. There we go.
Rocket box.
Evening refill. A little bit of creative defending there from Liam. A little naughty. It gets him into the pits without losing confidence, I hope. Joe's coming in behind us as well. There goes Teo. Another 2.4 second stop. Oh, damn. That speed training we've been putting in recently seems to be paying off at last. Yeah, that can stay like that. Porsche, let's leave him like that as well. Give me more to play with in the final stint. Evening, George. So I'm going to let the tyres come in naturally. Don't want to push them, don't want to overheat them. Good stop for Sainz. Good stop for Oscar. Tsunoda and Hamilton coming in as well. That's a good stop from the Mercedes team. Decent stop for Tsunoda as well. He will hold position. Ocon's pushing hard to get onto us here by the look of it.
That's not too bad, actually.
Copy.
Yeah, 149.5. He is pushing. Lawson's pushing, sorry, Joe's pushing behind Lawson as well. So tyres are now optimal for Porsche. They've warmed up enough to get into the window for Lawson. Let's see what our lap times are at the end of this lap. We've got a good amount of battery in Lawson to really push him to try and close up to Sargent if we need to. And we've got enough battery to defend from Ocon if he gets too close. And it looks like we are finally closing up onto Gasly again. Now our tyres are up to temp. He's going to box and come out behind us. Stroll and Ricciardo now dive into the pits. And there is Gasly going into the pits. Right, where are we going to come out? Are we going to come out in front of Ricciardo? No, he's exiting the pits now. We'll come out close. Let's give the battery a little squirt. Ocon's getting a little too close. Move Lawson up towards Sargent as well. We're about 5.5 seconds behind Ricciardo, who has gone on to soft tyres. Used soft tyres as well. You had 2 safety cars and 1 VSC in your race. Well, the record to beat so far is what we had at Jeddah, which was what? 2 full safety cars, 2 VSCs, a red flag, all in the race itself, I think. As Charles finally boxes. It's only his first stop. Wow, it is. That means he's going to be absolutely hammering those hards at the end. Those soft, mediums at the end, sorry. Right, we've killed Porsche's battery, but we've opened the gap back up to about 2.5 seconds to Ocon. Lawson is about to kill his battery, but he's got the gap to Sargent down to 2 seconds and closing.
Copy.
Currently running 16th and 19th. We need both drivers to finish 18th or above. So Lawson not quite where he needs to be just yet. Gasly is pushing hard as well on his outlap. He's got the gap down to just 1.6 seconds. He is really going for it. There he is. The gap to Sargent's going back up. Confidence is looking pretty decent. Oh, and always defend. Shit. No wonder. That will speed us up.
Copy.
Wonder why we're suddenly losing half a second again to Sargent. Because I'm an idiot. But I forgot to take him out of that after his entry to the pits. So that's, what, 4 laps that we've done at slow pace now. Silly. And there you go, look at that. we're opening the gap back up to Porsche to Gasly again. Still losing time to Logan, so Logan must be pushing. See, 151 for Sargent, so he went about a second quicker than before. Gasly was actually still 4/10 quicker than us on that lap. But that's mainly from the beginning of the lap. We are not quick enough to close up to Ricciardo. But Ocon is not gaining on us, and his tyres are in worse shape, and his fault will continue to escalate, I hope. Let's take a look at Norris's car. What's wrong with Norris? Engine. And Ocon. Gearbox. Gas is getting close. Getting too close. Let's try and break the toe.
Copy. Copy.
Right, there we go. Back up to about 1.5 seconds. Not closing down Sargent yet. He must be pushing those mediums hard. Keep that pace up. 152.3, so he's starting to slow down again. Once again, Gasly is closing that gap back up. It's going to be a real struggle to keep him behind us at this rate. Let's have a look at what's going on a little further up the field. Look at this train of 4 here. We've got Alonso leading Russell, Hamilton and Norris. And they're all within half a second of each other. Norris with that engine fault. He's just struggling a little bit. But then he gets the line and manages to box in Hamilton. Hamilton has got the slipstream of Russell in front though. And there we go, yeah. Just manages to retake the position again. Hold him off. Into the ham cam. Oh, Gasly, we need to turn our attention back as Gasly's making a move. We held him off. Now we need to put our battle assist back on. There we go.
Okay.
I think Norris is about to make a move. This time he should be able to get it done. But can he hold off Hamilton into turn 3? Norris does not have DRS off Russell. Here comes Lewis. He did hold him off. So Norris has got a chance to move back up the order a little bit now. I'm going to tuck in here.
Copy box.
Recharge Lawson's battery.
Copy.
Save a little bit of fuel. And protect the tyres. It'll also help keep the engine temps down while we're in the dirty air.
Copy. Okay, copy.
Just got to make sure we don't get dropped through this section here. Hulkenberg into the pits from 13th. Will come out behind Porsche, but probably ahead of Lawson.
Copy. Copy.
And what's that?
Oh, we had an issue in the pits. Problem with the front right. And there he is, right in front of us. Norris's fault. Is that a new one?
And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
Thanks for that, Crofty. We knew there was a fault with the car. I just didn't know what the fault was, and you are no help at all.
Copy.
What are we even paying for? Right, this is going to be awkward because we're going to have to use that battery we've just been saving. Hulkenberg's going to try and push the pace. Gasly's going to push to try and capitalise on his cold tyres. And then I have to respond. Right, Norris crossed the line, so let's take a look. Yeah, he's now got a gearbox fault to go along with his engine fault, so a very sick car for Norris. Hulkenberg's really booking it. As Ocon dives into the pits. Set of softs. They won't last, I don't think. They might do if he really, really looks after them. Probably not, though. So he's probably going to have to stop again. Magnussen's in for his second stop. He is so far off the pace right now. We do not need to concern ourselves with him. And Sainz sets a new fastest lap as he closes right in onto the back of Perez. Max 12 seconds clear. He's going to cruise to victory here, unless something goes wrong with his car or he puts it in the wall.
Copy. Yeah, copy. Copy. Copy.
Right, let's get Gasly. Do we get back onto Hulkenberg? We get this move done quickly. Might set us up nicely. Damn it, we lost momentum as Gasly swerved across to block us. Now we've got to get back in the slipstream again.
Second done.
Show boxes, that puts us back into 19th. Now we should get him. Yeah, there we go.
Copy.
Keep pushing the tyre. We've got a lot of battery left, so we'll have to help our pace along a little bit more. So let's have a look. Ricciardo is lapping slower than us right now by about a second. We might be able to start reeling him in. He's going to be boxing before we do. I haven't got the battery to keep pushing,
Copy.
but I have broken Gasly again. And we're in 18th place, which is where we need to be with Lawson. Be nice to get him higher.
Copy.
Valtteri is boxed and come out behind us. He's going to be on us in a few laps, given the state of our tyres against his. Looks like some drivers have gone really long on their first set of mediums, and then they're just going to push the softs really hard with both sets, or at least really push them hard on one set, and then treat the other ones normally. I'm kind of phasing towards pushing hard on the second set of softs with Porsche here. Still can't shake Gasly. And I'm hopeful I can get onto Sargent because he's going to be boxing soon. Be nice to get past him before he does. Really abuse the tyre for a lap or so. Oh, Ricciardo has developed a fault.
But it looks
Oh,
like...
shut up, Crofty. Ah, damn it, he boxed. Knew it. I knew it. There's like, if he goes one more lap, I've got him. We've upped the gap to Gasly to 2.5 seconds, so it's not all bad, that little push. Norris gets another mechanical fault. That might be an escalation. Yeah, that's going to be an escalation of his engine. So let's take a look at Danny Rick. He has engine issues. Power circuit like this, you don't really want to get problems with the engine and where you start losing power. It's such a long straight. Flat out for about 13 seconds, if memory serves. See, Valtteri's closing that gap down. He's just 2 and a bit seconds behind now. Hamilton's in. This might be for mediums. Oh, it's hards. Well, that's definitely going to take him to the end. That's a tidy stop. Ricciardo is in. He's picked his pace up a bit because he was boxing. Lawson's now 6 seconds behind Hulkenberg, but we are pulling away from Gasly now. Gap's up to nearly 3.5 seconds. Ricciardo has gone for a set of mediums. That will take him to the end of the race. He's only about 4.5 seconds behind Porsche at the moment, who is now coming under real pressure from Valtteri. Oh, we've got a safety car. That's okay. Perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Thank you so much for that. Right. I can make Porsche softs last. Don't know if I can do that with Lawson though.
Copy.
It's going to be tight. Mediums would be probably a smarter choice with Lawson.
Copy.
We've got a yellow flag here.
A sergeant who's crashed as well. He's just come out the pits. So this is his first push lap after coming out. And he drops it in turn 1. Yeah. That's killed his engine. Have I seen cars stopping off the side of the tracks with car faults? Yes, I have. We had that last night, actually, at Monza in practice. Porsche damaged his underfloor and then went over a curb, broke it, and just parked up in the gravel at Ascari. Oh, shit. Have I got these stops the wrong... I have. I've got them the wrong way around.
The car is on the wall.
There you go. That could have been awkward.
It looks okay. Watch for debris.
Adrian, welcome. Yes, I put the wrong tyres on Lawson. Yes, I just realised that. Evening, Anthony. This is going to close the field right up as well. safety car's still waiting to be deployed. It's going to pick up the leaders at the end of this lap. Well, yeah, it will do. It will pick up Perez. No. Yeah, well, I'm not sure who it will pick up.
Pit lane.
Depends if it pulls out as Max comes up to the pits, because Max is going to box, as is Sainz. Ooh, Norris has got another fault escalation. That's not good for him. He's going to be running in dirty air at low speed as well. No, bad stop. 3.6 seconds. Shit. We were doing so well. 2.4 second stops and then a bad one.
And who's that having an issue in the pits?
Clean stop for Lawson though. 2.6. Max is in. Where's the safety car?
Currently 3.7 cap.
It's there. It's waiting for him. It's going to pick him up as he rounds the corner.
Copy.
There it is.
Remember, we need the tires for long.
Copy. Copy. Copy.
It cost me a bit of money last night. Well, both of them, the last couple of weeks, the last couple of races have cost me a lot of money. Lawson Moore destroying his car twice in one weekend. Still got a way to go just to catch up to the safety car. But we're on the lead lap. I don't know if anyone's actually been lapped yet. Oh yeah, Joe and Magnussen. So they will get waved through, but they won't get very long before they are under green flag conditions again. We're about 3/4 of a lap behind the safety car at the moment. Have I sorted my drivers? Not yet, but can confirm that the patch has changed the driver contract situation, which is why Porsche is not now going to Sauber, but we might get priced out of a move for him anyway. And Lawson is now with us for another 2 more years. So don't have to worry about replacing Lawson now either. So we're going to try and re-sign Porsche as soon as we can. I'm still going to try and sign Antonelli to my affiliates program. And then if I can't re-sign Porsche, then I will probably promote Antonelli up. There goes the safety car and the very small train that it's formed so far. I could probably have actually put softs on Lawson. I'm toying with the idea of actually boxing him now for a new set of softs. I'm only going to drop 2 places. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Didn't realise it would take this long just for the train to warm up.
Copy boxed.
When do they start getting poached? You made an offer for Kimmy, you've got to wait 28 days. Well, you can change how long that is. You know, you can choose to make it a week, you know, instantly, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, a few races ago, it was last week that Porsche had signed his contract with Sauber, and now this week with the patch that has reset and undone that. So, but he's already had offers from Aston. I think even Mercedes might have offered him a role. Alpine, I think, have offered him a role. The Mercedes thing might not be right. I know he's been offered a role by Aston and Alpine. And the 2.6 second stop will come out behind Ocon, but we're still way ahead of Zhou, who is stuck in the safety car train at the moment. And now, wow, we got brand new softs on Lawson. Why is there a safety car? Sargent came out the pits, and then on his first full lap after coming out the pits on new softs, dropped it in turn 1 into the barrier. Ocon's car is getting very sick as well. He's now had a fault escalation. Lapped cars can now overtake. Our cars will make the train, I hope. I hope they're not going to immediately... Let's see, there is Zhou. He's already through. There's Magnussen. Safety car shouldn't come in this lap. It'll probably come in next lap. So we'll be on the train before the safety car comes in. There we go. That's it. The only two cars that were lapped. We're going to have 21 laps to go at this point. 20 laps when the safety car comes in. You've not had any approaches from Maloney or Behrman. Well, they're not as good as a driver like Porsche. Their stats are a lot lower. We haven't had anyone come in for Lawson yet. Porsche is one of those, you know, special talents in the game, like Oscar was in 22. And like Porsche was last time round in 23. He's one of those, you know, whiz kid drivers that you can sign. You can develop it insanely quickly. And he's the reigning F2 champion. All right, there we go. Coming up to the back of the queue. Porsche's already on it. And now Lawson is joining it. That was Magnussen whizzing through there. Safety car should come in at the end of this lap. You find sometimes the safety cars go before the other cars catch the back of the pack. It depends how spaced out the field is. There you go, safety car is coming in. A safety car won't wait for the lap cars to go through, to catch back up again. the regulations are
Okay, mate, copy.
lap cars will be allowed to on lap, and then safety car will come in at the end of the next lap.
Copy. Copy.
Safety is in the pit. Remember overtaking from the line.
Copy. Copy.
Oh, what a lunge from Hulkenberg. Almost paid off. I think it got him ahead of Gasly. We managed to hold him back.
Copy.
And Lawson makes the move on Ocon. So we're back into 18th place.
Copy, copy.
Yeah, it's not like you can bolt at full tilt once you unlap yourself on the safety car as well, because you're still tied to a delta. You're just tied to a quicker delta than the safety car itself. So it gives you time to build a bit of a gap before you get overtaken again. If you're extremely lucky, you know, in some cases, depending on where you get through, you might have a chance of unlapping yourself, but of catching back up, but it's very hard to do. Both cars are running what I can for the new parts. They're on equal spec.
Copy.
I think the only thing I don't have right now is just spare parts. I think I've actually got, you know, all current parts on the car now. Oh. Norris has gone red. His engine's about to pop. There goes Hamilton. Stroll getting a face full of crap right now.
In 2 seconds now. Come on.
Lawson's through on Gasly. He's up to 17th. Norris is still blocking Stroll. That engine is going to go bang any moment.
We can recover it, okay?
And still Stroll can't get through. Now he's got him. Or has he? Yes, there he goes. He goes through. Ricciardo just dives straight up the inside. And there is Porsche just coming into the shot.
Yeah, no worries.
He's going to box, I think. There we are. Look at this. Making the move. We get past Valtteri. We get past Norris as he pulls in to retire. Can we get up the inside of Albon?
Good job.
There's Hulkenberg. And right behind him is Lawson. I'm keeping my fingers crossed now that we might, maybe if we're extremely lucky, be able to get a point. It's going to take a retirement or two in front. But we're well positioned. We're 13th. We're on the back of Albon and Ricciardo, so we're effectively fighting for 11th right now. Stroll isn't too far ahead. And we've got better tyres in terms of pace potential and grip. Let's keep them in as good a shape as we can without getting dropped.
I know, man. Just keep it cool. Try to keep the tires cool.
Copy, copy. Copy, copy.
I think we need to start getting a little bit quicker.
Can't take the pace out of them. It's too risky. I've just got myself dropped off the back of Albon because Ricciardo pushed to get onto Stroll. Albon tried to go with him and we got left in the dust. But I'm not pushing the tyres. If I do that, I give up any chance of being in a good position later on in the race. All right, Bottas jumps through.
Yeah, man, no stress.
Copy. 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 Copy, copy. Copy.
I don't know whether to push.
Yeah, no worries, man.
I'm going to try and play the smart game.
Copy.
Risk taking a little bit of a hit to confidence early and try and come back later.
Yeah, copy. Copy, copy. Copy, copy. Copy. Copy.
Have to use some battery now. I can't afford to drop off Hulkenberg as well.
Copy.
A bit more pace, man.
Copy. 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 Copy.
Will medium runners go for another stop? Nobody's stopping again. There's only 15 laps to go. Everyone's going to go to the end. I'll get past Hulkenberg again, no problem at all. He's already burning his tyres up. Bottas could be tricky, but hopefully, if with a push lap, I should be able to break him relatively easily. Albon and Ricciardo could be trickier, as could Stroll, just because the speed of their cars, and Stroll's on softs.
Copy. Okay, copy.
Trying to keep the temperature out of these tyres.
I'm trying to go faster.
I want to pounce, but I don't want to pounce too early.
Copy. Copy. Copy.
Alright, I'm going to try and jump at the end of this lap.
Okay, copy that.
The longer I leave it, the harder it's going to be.
Copy. Okay, copy, copy.
Alright, there goes Porsche.
Need good pace.
Now comes the tricky bit. I'm not going to get through.
Copy.
I hope Porsche could do enough and break away.
And see you've got the pace, mate. Let's full pressure.
Almost there. Might even get the DRS here on Valtteri.
Copy. Copy.
Still got 11 laps to go. You know, it's not impossible that some drivers might end up having to stop again. Hulkenberg and Perez, I'm looking at them in particular. They shouldn't need to, but they might.
You're looking strong out there, mate.
Copy, copy.
Depends how hard they decide they want to push.
Copy. Copy, copy.
Ahead. Just focus on yourself
I could
now.
box and go quicker on fresher tyres, but I don't know if anyone else is going to do that. And if they don't, I'm just throwing away positions. I won't be able to lap quick enough to get back to where I am. I don't think.
Copy.
Try to save a bit rear here.
Copy.
I'm still only a few seconds away from 10th place.
Nice forward.
Copy that. Copy. Copy.
So let's pick up the pace.
I'm gonna. Oh,
Focus on
I
yourself.
might just get back in. I did. I kept it just.
Copy, copy.
Lawson didn't get it, but I didn't expect him to.
Copy. Copy. Okay. Copy, copy. Okay, copy.
Just seeing how much time I was losing behind Valtteri. I've got to push through.
In a long race. Head down.
He's shut me down again.
Don't worry about that now. Remember the rear?
Copy. Copy.
Yeah, Valtteri's upped his pace this lap. That gap's come down by a second to Albon. Just responding to me attacking him.
Don't worry.
I haven't got the pace to go with him. Even Daniel.
I need to overpush.
Copy. Copy. Copy.
Nine laps to go.
Come on.
Oh wow, Hulkenberg is going to have to stop again, look.
Copy.
Stroll's got a fault. What is Stroll's fault? ERS.
Copy. Okay, copy. Copy. Copy, copy.
Tires are looking good for me.
Copy.
There goes Hulkenberg. Stroll's down to 12th. So Stroll is vulnerable. Ricciardo is going to be the tough car to fight now. Still going to need a retirement, I think. But I might be able to get a little bit higher yet.
Copy. 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 Copy.
Stroll's fault's cleared. Its pace has picked up again. So it's just a temporary ERS fault. That's annoying. See how quick. Oh, Albon's in. We are closing on Valtteri a little bit. Quick enough. Certainly offer a nice payday. Albon is only 10 seconds behind Lawson. And he's going to be quick. He's going to be very quick on nearly noon softs. And not closing on Valtteri.
Copy.
Perez is in. I did wonder if Perez was going to box again. I think everyone else will try and tough it out now. Still a risk for Stroll and Ricciardo to box. I think the front runner, well, maybe Sainz, maybe Piastri will. I don't think they will. I don't think they'll have enough time left. What Perez's tyres at when he boxed?
Copy.
35%, yeah. They were less than that when he actually hit the pits. Look how far behind we are, Verstappen, already. Safety car's only been in for 15 laps and we're already 48 seconds behind. I have to start pushing up. Start by getting Lawson onto the back of Porsche.
Copy. Copy. Copy.
Okay, we need to push a bit more.
Gasly is through. Only 5.5 seconds behind us now.
So at the moment, 4 laps to go after this.
Copy, copy.
Into the final 5 laps.
Okay, copy, good.
I think the points are stretching away too far.
Copy.
Evening it's I. Looks like I'm getting it better every race. We've had a little bit of fortune, but we've reached a point where we're kind of just closing in on the edge of the points. Not quite got enough pace to get there yet. So hopefully the new upgrades that are coming later in the season will give us that last little bit of impetus.
Copy box. Okay, copy, copy. Copy that.
Four laps to go.
Copy.
Ricardo's got a fault. Will it tell us what it is?
But the car's
No,
definitely...
it's fucking Crofty again.
see what you can do, mate.
Copy.
I think we need to start getting a little bit quicker.
Yellow flag. Got a crash. It's got to be in front of us.
There's a yellow flag now.
It is. That's Sonoda and Alonso. Ah, it's not enough to force a pit stop, I don't think.
Try to pick up a bit more pace.
Yeah, they're staying out.
Enough.
Copy. Copy, copy. Copy. Copy.
Come on. Get past him. Ah.
In 2 seconds now. Do your best.
There you go. Thank fuck. Up into 12th.
Copy that.
I think, yeah, the points are too far ahead now. I don't think I'm even going to catch Stroll. But 12th will be good. Now I've got to try and defend from Albon. He's still got a lot of life in those tyres. I don't think I'm going to be able to hold him back.
Copy that.
Yep, not a chance. Can I at least get DRS off him?
Copy.
Last lap, next lap.
Copy, copy. Copy, copy.
Just do your best.
Copy that.
I might not even get 12th now. Albon's come right through. Still got one more lap after this. That's Stroll just in front of us as well.
Copy.
Cannot afford to lose Valtteri.
Come on, mate.
Okay, copy.
Come on, Teo. Bottas is pushing. He's trying to close in on Stroll. I'm trying to close on him. Albon's all over my gearbox. I need this DRS. I got it. I just got it. I'm still vulnerable though. He's got so much more grip than me.
22 seconds left. Come on. The last lap.
Copy.
It's been out.
Copy. Copy, copy.
I think that's it. I think that's the end of my chance.
Okay. Yeah, copy. Copy.
No, 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 you bastard.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
Copy.
And there goes Hulkenberg. Just didn't have enough grip left at the end. Should have maybe gone with the mediums, not softs. But, 14th and 16th, that's still a good result. That's slightly better than I was anticipating for tonight. I thought, 18th would be roundabouts for Porsche, for Lawson. Thought maybe 15th for Porsche, just simply because of the low speed cornering. But in the end, make sure I do cross the line. Yeah, there we go. In the end, we've achieved what we needed to, which is to get both drivers 18th or higher. So we will get $708,000 and change. Nice. And we are just creeping up the order a little bit. Luckily, no points for Bottas tonight. So, no points for Williams either. No points for Alpine. So we're still in that group of cars that are yet to score by the look of it.
Now, wasn't that a seriously good drive from Carlos Sainz?
Oh,
That
wow.
was
It's
an
like,
excellent performance. They set
Nice
out
one.
with a great strategy, and it paid off with an impressive podium finish.
oh, no.
Well, they've
No.
been waiting for
Podium
this, haven't
finish.
they? And it's only right.
Say
that
Max
they
was
make the
clearly
most of
ahead
it.
last time I looked.
And no doubt, Verstappen
Yeah,
fans
there we go.
will be celebrating
But it's another
the
one,
Dutchman's
another 2-3 for
achievement.
Ferrari.
The wins just keep coming and coming. We'll be running out of superlatives at this rate, Crofty.
Max still on course to
And
equal the
before they
record.
get back to work, I think it's time to cool off here in Azerbaijan.
That's win 14 out of 17. Won all 3 sprints.
Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag
Oh,
here.
shut up,
Something-
Karun. Mixed bag. Right, confirmation of the final results. It is another win for Max Verstappen. Carlos Sainz couldn't get third in the end. Pipped just by his teammate there. Couldn't get second. He's had to settle for third. Less than half, just over half a tenth between the two Ferraris across the line there. Piastri in fourth. Perez down 3 to finish in fifth, but will get the fastest lap for his late pit stop. Take it easy, trucker. Hamilton up 3 to finish in sixth, ahead of Tsunoda and Alonso. Russell down 2 into ninth. Good race for Ricciardo, up 7 places for that final point. Stroll in 11th with Bottas right behind him. Look at that. Less than a tenth. Less than a tenth. And then it was Albon who pipped us at the end with those fresh tyres. I didn't think we'd have enough pace. Maybe I should have just gambled and gone for it. Porsche, 14th place, up 1 from where he started. Hulkenberg down 3 for 15th. Lawson down 2 for 16th, but still above target. Gasly up 3 for 17th. That might be Gasly's best finish of the season so far, I think. 18th for Zhou, a long way off. Never really was able to catch back up after being lapped earlier. Ocon down in 19th place, and then Magnussen ended up a lap down after destroying his car, and Sargent and Norris both retiring. Sargent in the wall, Lando, his engine just went pop. Let's take a look then at the driver standings. It is the win number 14 for Max. That puts him on 413 points. He is now 121 points clear of Carlos Sainz, who extends his gap in second place above Lando Norris, who fails to score tonight thanks to that retirement. Charles Leclerc is now just 5 points further back in fourth. There is Oscar in fifth, ahead of Perez in sixth. Hamilton in seventh, 4 points clear of Tsunoda in eighth. Then it's Russell ninth, Alonso in 10th, Stroll 11th. An extra point for Ricciardo in 12th means he's now just 6 behind Stroll. And still no points for anyone below 12th place. Hulkenberg, Ocon, Albon, Bottas, Porsche, Lawson, Magnussen, Sargent, and Zhou and Gasly. Constructor standings. Red Bull on 602 points now, ahead of Ferrari. Only 3 points lost by Ferrari, though, against Red Bull. Gap is still big, but it's not insurmountable yet. So as long as Perez keeps stumbling, there is a chance for Ferrari to maybe get back on terms with Red Bull. McLaren in third. They've had a little bit of rough form recently, and that continues with Norris's retirement. They are now almost 100 points behind Ferrari, and they lost 21 points to them tonight. Mercedes in fourth on 119. No chance, I don't think, of them catching up to McLaren. RB in fifth, Aston sixth, Haas are seventh with 0 points. Then it's Alpine, Williams, Sauber, and Goodwood. Let's have a look at the pit stops. We had 2.4 second stops. Was that enough for points? One car made it. We got 1 point. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Look at that. We were just 200 slower with Lawson, and it wasn't enough to get him in there. So the standings, we've got Red Bull on 367, McLaren on 289, Ferrari move above Alpine into third by 6 points on 230. Then Aston stay fifth, no points for them tonight. RB take a chunk out of them with 16 gained, so they are now just 15 behind. Williams stay seventh, Mercedes gain 2 more points for eighth. Sauber are ninth. We are still 10th with 1 extra point, and we now have a 15-point gap over Haas, who are 11th. And there is a maximum payout for us, 708,000. Very nice. Right, can we sort out our driver contract situation after that? Or have we got to wait a bit? Porsche's rating goes up. We are still at risk of losing him. Really hope we can convince him to sign. I've got to shut it down. Can't afford it if it breaks, and it will probably break. Alright, Lawson now has a negative mentality. That's not good. Our staff have negative mentalities. That's not good. Only Porsche is neutral. So we voted against. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 votes against. So money will not change. We will not lose prize money next season. We will get 5.2% if we stay where we are, instead of getting 4.7. We're aiming for 9th or higher. So yeah, we definitely don't want to lose anything. Antonelli gets the win in the F2 race. Let's have a look at the full results. So he won the sprint and he won the feature race as well. Excellent weekend for Antonelli. Marti in second, Bortoletto third in the sprint. Behrman gets fourth for some points, ahead of Maini and Fittipaldi. Then in the sprint, it's a 1-2 for Prema. Antonelli takes the win ahead of Behrman. Behrman getting the extra point for the fastest lap. Marti and Bortoletto up there again. Maini in 5th. So we're seeing regular players at the top of the standings now. Let's see what they actually look like in the standings. So it is Antonelli top on 256. Teammate Behrman has dropped down into 3rd place, but he's only 5 points behind Bortoletto and gained some ground back tonight. Pepe Marti is 4th ahead of Isaac Hajar. Maini moves above Crawford into 6th place. Maloney down in 8th ahead of the teammate Miata Alga, rounding out the top 10. Right. Let's see what broke. Oh, a few things. So I've got to wait for a new chassis to pop up. Hopefully that will be ready in the 4 days we've got left. Let's put a spare front wing on. I've got no spare front wings again. Suspension. There goes my spare suspension. Nothing needs to be changed on this car, but the rear wing will go after this Grand Prix. Desperately need another slot on my garage. Got 1.1 mil in the bank. That's going to go all on parts. Speaking of, next chassis will be ready in 6 days. It's not in time. Damn it. So I'm going to have to sacrifice. Oh, actually, it says 2. Have I got... No, I don't have a replacement lock, do I? So, have to sacrifice Lawson the next Grand Prix. Porsche is our biggest chance of scoring, a good result. Go to our inbox. We've got scouting results on Paolo. Let's have a look. So he does have okay affinity at the moment with Antonelli. He's better in communication and feedback than Pedro, but he's worse in the key stat, which is composure. And he's older as well, a lot older, so he won't develop anywhere near as fast, if much at all anymore. Might be better to just stick with Pedro. Right, what's next? Let's reassign the scouts. Scouted Behrman. Let's scout a jar. Will Porsche talk to us? No, not yet. Alright, now we're just waiting on the email from Antonelli. Will we get a response before the next race? Williams have offered him a deal, 4 seasons. I would love to talk to him, but he won't talk to us. I would love to sign him. So he's had offers from at least 3 teams now. Right, I've got a spare underfloor. So, what was it I needed? Another front wing. I need a chassis that's coming. I need side pods. gonna have to build a front wing first, I think. They're at medium risk. They're at medium risk. Rear wings at high risk. And high risk on that one as well. Oh god, I just don't have enough slots to build stuff. I don't have any spare wings. That will give me a spare wing on qualifying day, and then I'll get one 2 days after the race on the Tuesday. There we go. We're going to break a wing. It's almost certainly going to happen in the next Grand Prix. Contract poached. Porsche's gone to Aston. Damn it. So, the question is, who is he replacing? Is he getting on the grid, or is... I mean, he must be getting on the grid. Is Alonso out of contract at the end of this season? Or have they finally decided to cut ties with Lance Stroll? You know what? I'm going to hire another scout. I'm going to start scouting Aston because I'm curious. I'm really curious. That's a shame that we're going to lose Porsche. We still haven't heard back from Antonelli. Oh dear. Alright, so Singapore. 50-50 chance of a safety car. Significant time saving under a safety car. Look, 13 seconds, nearly half the time. It says 2-stop. We may end up going for a 3 because it's going to be hot. It is a downforce circuit and we do not have great downforce. It's a real mixture as well. Look, a lot of medium, a lot of low, some high in there as well. And there we go. Contract agreed. Starting on the 1st of January. He is confirmed going to car 2. That's Fernando. He's replacing Fernando. Porsche will be replacing Fernando Alonso at Aston Martin next season. I wonder if I could potentially tempt Alonso to come work for me instead. That would be a hell of a get. It would probably cost me way too much though. We'll see what his contract is like at the moment. All right, that is it for tonight. Not a bad race at Baku. We had a brief window where we looked like we might be able to challenge for a point at the end, but it was just a bit too much. Given as well that Porsche is going, I'm now tempted to throw all my weight behind Lawson because he is still contracted to us. But in terms of driver stats, it is still the most obvious thing to do is to put our weight behind Porsche, so he will get us the results while we still have him. But I'm going to switch his training focus now to balanced. What are we doing with Lawson on his training? Yeah, Lawson's not really been gaining much this season. A better race sim would have been nice, but I can't afford it. It's too expensive. Yeah, we will be back at the usual time tomorrow, 8 p.m. for round 18 at Marina Bay. I hope to see you all then, and that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I'm Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.